Hello, Euphonium players. We're going to work on letter A, B, and C today. But first, as always, we're going to take out our mouthpiece and buzz to a song. So go ahead and pause the video right now, switch over to a different song, see if you could tell which one my song is for today. All right, now go buzz your own. Okay, and we're back. We have buzzed our mouthpiece, which means we're ready to go. We're all warmed up. So first, let's look at warm-up A. If you need to write in these fingers, feel free to do so with a pencil. The other thing that you can do is have page 6 in your book open right next to the warm-up page. You can put the warm-up page on page 7. All right, our first note is low B flat, and that's going to be with no fingers whatsoever. Okay. Now, remember low notes on euphonium, you're going to have to think, oh, and open up just like low notes on tuba or any other instrument. And this is going to be the low one. Let's listen for it. And go ahead and play yours. 1 and 2 and low note, B flat, go. Our next note in measure 3 is going to be C, and that's going to be 1 and 3. Okay, it's going to be a little bit higher, but you still want to make sure you're aiming for the low notes here. 1 and 3, C. Next one is going to be 1 and 2, D, just a little bit higher from there. Then the next one is going to be E flat with our first valve. Now, as these go higher, you're going to have to use faster air, smaller lip. So roll your lower lip in, make sure no air is leaking out the side, and get fast air. Here we go, first valve, E flat. Ready? And... And finally, high F. This is going to be our high open note. So no fingers down, and we're going to have to use faster air, smaller lips. This might take us a few tries, so make sure we're focusing on fast air, small lips. If you're stuck down here on the low B flat, try to just use smaller lips, roll your lower lip in, and faster air. And out of those options, faster air is going to be the one that helps you the most. Okay, if you need to review any of those notes, please go back, go over so that you can get every single note on command with the correct fingering right away on the first try. Once you've practiced that, then we can move on to playing letter A in tempo. So make sure we're always thinking ahead. You can go ahead, write down your fingers if you need to, or you can look at page 6 in the book. Let's try it. 1 and 2 and letter A and ready and go. C is next, 1 and 3. D is next, 1, 2. Next is first valve. Next one is open. Make sure you get faster air for that higher F at the end. All right, fantastic job on warm-up A. If that was easy for you, we can move on. If you need to do that a couple times again, if there was 1 or 2 notes that you missed, feel free to review and go back and do this section over. All right, let's move on to letter B. And what we're going to do now is we're going to say the fingers that we press down. We're going to say the fingers that we press down as we move them so we can practice. Here we go. Ready? Starting on letter B. And 1 and 2 and say it. Move your fingers. Open. 1, 3. 1, 2. 1. Open. 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, open. Great. let's go ahead and play that exact same thing. If you need to go back and review the fingers, feel free to redo this part of the video. Letter B, try it. 1, 2, let's play. 1 and 2, letter B, and go. All right, so make sure you have enough air to get all the way to the end of that. You will notice I took a few breaths in between the notes, but I didn't take a breath every single note. That's what this would sound like that. We don't want to do that, okay? So try to connect as many as you can. I think everyone for sure can connect at least 2 notes together. Okay, let's try to do this one a little bit faster. Here's letter B, going a little bit faster. If you need to go slower, feel free to do that, okay? You can redo this portion of the video as many times as you need to until it's perfect every single time. All right, same thing, letter B, a little bit faster. 1 and 2, and letter B, and ready, and go. There we go. And of course, if we can do it that fast, well then certainly we can do it way faster. Open 1, 3, D, E flat, F, E flat, D, C, B flat. All right, again, if you need to do the slower version, please do that first so we can get it perfectly, and then we can start to speed it up. Let's try it. Ready, 1 and 2, and letter B, and ready. Great. Again, if you need to, if that was a little bit too fast, feel free to go slower. Now, if we can do letter B at that tempo, well, then we can, for sure, we can do letter C at a slow tempo. Let's just do the fingers, and I want to say the note names this time. If it helps you, you can say the fingers that you push down, like open, 1, 3, 1, 2. But I want to try if we could say the note names, just to get both of those in our brains, the note names and the fingers. Let's try it. Ready? Letter C, and 2, say, and move your fingers. 2, and ready, and go. B flat, C, D, E flat, F, E flat, D, C, B flat, C, D, E flat, F, E flat, D, C, B flat. All right, make sure we get all the way to the end of that note. It's 4 beats long. Okay, I think we can play it. Okay, as long as you've gone through all of the other ones, letter A, letter B, you should be able to play letter C at this tempo if we practice it a couple times. So if you feel like this is too hard for you, go back, do the slower versions. But now, let's see if we can do letter C. Ready? And 1, 2, 1 and 2, letter C, and go. All the way to the end of that long note. Okay, if you need to redo that again, no worries. It took us a couple tries to get up to that tempo when we were in rehearsal. Let's go a little bit faster. This is 90% of our normal speed, so right around 70 beats per minute. Same thing for letter C. Always look at what the next note is, because whatever note you're currently on, it's only going to last for 1 beat. So make sure you're always looking ahead. All right, letter C. 1, 2, 1 and 2, letter C, and go. go. And we'll do just one more up to our real tempo of 80 beats per minute. Again, if you only go up by a little bit each time, it actually shouldn't feel like way faster. It should only be a little bit faster, but don't be afraid to go back and do some of the slower versions if you need to. Let's try it. 1 and 2 and letter C and ready and go. All right, so that is letter A, letter B, and letter C. Again, I would practice this, making sure you do the slow one first, and you got it perfect before you move on and do it any faster. But if you can do that, you know, just a little bit faster, a little bit at a time, eventually you're going to be able to play really fast, and we'll get to that in middle school. All right, have fun practicing that one.